Buying a home in 2021? Here's what you need to know. One of the craziest things going on in the market right now is the incredibly low inventory. Here in the Houston market, we have an inventory of about 1.9 months, and basically what that means is there are fewer homes on the market. If no more listings went on the market and they sold all of the ones that are existing, that would take about 1.9 months. Typically, we're seeing 2.5 to 3 months, even longer. So just imagine that that is kind of a small number, a small inventory for homes. But what does that mean for you, right? Well, first, that means that you need to get pre-approved. If you're not sure if you can get pre-approved, leave me a comment. I can give you some references, and then I also have a video here that will help you out with understanding credit, because you're going to need a credit score that is considered fair, good, or higher to make sure that you can get pre-approved for a loan. But you're going to want to get pre-approved. The reason why is if you get pre-approved for a loan and you find the home that you want, you can put in an offer super fast. You have everything that you need to make sure that that happens. If you go shopping without a loan pre-approval, what can happen is you find the home that you love, and it's either A, too highly priced for what you're able to get pre-approved for, or B, even if it is in your price range, it can take 3 days to get a loan pre-approval. Obviously, that can take longer if you're looking on the weekend, because that's not a business day. So what could end up happening is you could find the one, and then by the time you get your loan pre-approval, it's already under contract with someone else, because homes are going off the market like that. So if you want to be a prepared buyer, the first thing that you need to do in this low inventory setting is make sure you have your loan pre-approval. The second thing that you want to do is you want to prioritize your needs and your wants. You may not find the perfect home, but you might find a really good fit for you. So you need to make sure that you and whoever you're buying the home with has a good understanding of your needs and your wants. We really, when we bought a house, we prioritized a huge backyard because we knew that was going to be right for our family. We're down the street from a park. We prioritized location. Not only are we down the street from a park, there's a couple of parks we can walk to. We're also close to my parents, and they really help us out with our kids from time to time, and our kids just like seeing them. So those are some things that we really prioritized. Was really location and lot size. Those were huge things for us. And then also whether or not we wanted a 1-story or a 2-story. We are a 1-story family. So those are some things that were non-negotiables for us. Size of the home was a little bit negotiable. Our home is not quite as updated as we had initially thought we would buy, but it had those needs, so those wants we were willing to negotiate on, or we were willing to get up a few of those to get a home that had all of our needs. You are going to need to consider the same things. Very rarely do you find a home in a competitive market that checks off every single need and want that you have, so you really need to narrow down your needs. That's going to make your home buying process faster and smoother, and not waste time viewing homes that are not going to be right for you. Another thing that is great in 2021 for buying a home is interest rates remain low. So while the market is competitive, while there's a low inventory and that's kind of driving up your home prices, interest rates are remaining low. That means that your dollars are going to go farther, and that you may have potentially a lower monthly payment than you would have had 2 years ago when interest rates were higher. So that kind of levels out. Yes, the prices are rising, but interest rates remain low. And so that kind of levels each other out a little bit, and you're able to have more power behind your dollar. Now, interest rates are remaining around the low 3s, and they're anticipated to stay in the 3s through 2021. But to make sure that you take advantage of the rates that are being offered, you want to make sure that you're in a position to go ahead and buy as soon as possible. When you're buying, not only is your loan amount important and your interest rate is important, but you also need to make sure that you have your down payment and closing costs saved up. If you're not sure what all that looks like, there's a video that is popping up right here. It is how much cash do you need to close on a house, because that number can vary based on what your situation is. It may be $5,000 to $10,000, or it may be $20,000 to $30,000. So go watch that video, and it'll give you some information on what you need to be looking at and what you need to have saved if you're planning to make a move in 2021. So let's wrap up what we talked about. But first, if you found this helpful, make sure that you go ahead and you tap that subscribe button so that you see the rest of my videos that can be helpful to you. And let's wrap it up. So you need to, one, if you're buying in 2021, you need to prioritize your needs and your wants and make sure that you're really clear on those. Two, you have got to get pre-approved for a home loan before you go home shopping. If you need some recommendations on different situations, maybe you're a teacher or a first responder and you know there's loan programs out there for that. Maybe you're a first-time home buyer. Maybe you have a low down payment. All of those things I can recommend lenders for you. Just make sure you leave me a comment or shoot me an email and I will be able to help you out. And then, so one, prioritize needs and wants. Two, make sure that you get pre-approved. And three, make sure you have your down payment and your closing costs saved up. If you're buying in the spring or in the summer later on in 2021, of course you have more time over the year to save for those, but you're going to want to make sure that you have all of that ready to go because homes are going off the market fast and you want to make sure that you don't miss out on the right one for you. I hope something really good happens to you today.